Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon. Presented by Pacific Office Automation.
But those leaves are changing, the flannel's on, and the game's getting a little more crispy with league play all around. Welcome into Week 5 of Fox 12's Friday Night Lights. No league collectively has been better than the Three Rivers League. All 6 schools, Westland, Tualatin, Tigard, Lake Ridge, Lake Oswego, Oregon City, were combined 24-0, all rated in the 6A top 10. F&L kicks off at Cobb Field, and what a matchup around the lake. The defending state champs from Westland at Lake Oswego. Lions won all 4 of their games by at least 30 points coming in. This was number 1 against number 4 with LO. The Lake Show hit the stage first. That's Colin Best. The rip, the reward, a 37-yard pick 6 for the Navy Blue. 7-0 LO. Still in the first, we got a senior free safety this time. It's Westland's Bo Dixon eyes the lefty quarterback Liam Davis, and Bo knows picks the other way. Westland ball. That would lead to this. The Lions playing for Hudson Hardy, who is out for the season. Danny Weidman representing in his honor. Check the start, the stop from the junior, the jukebox hero. 26 yards. It's 8-7 after the 2. 11-7 now for the Lynn in the second quarter. We got the X-Men, Xavier Russell. You know, he and LaMarcus Bell, the Thunder and Lightning on the ground. They anchor away. X marks the spot. Lakers up 14-11, but the Lions would go up by 7 at halftime and win 49-14. Lions now host Tualatin for a massive one Thursday. The Lakers will be Thursday as well in Oregon City. F&L and Tualatin, another top 10 TRL tilt. Number 8 Lake Ridge, number 3 Tualatin. Both unbeaten, but third-rate Timberwolves right there playing without their junior quarterback Nolan Keeney, who fractured his collarbone a week ago. The transfer from Westview on the shelf until at least the playoffs. Wish him well. Pacers up 17-7 at halftime. Third quarter. Look at this. When the Wolves are howling, they're humming. Matthew Elawecki. Very special. 50-yard return on the house call. Deadlock at 17. Later third, Tualatin's Arizona State commit makes the reel. Jaden Fortier, that real deal, direct snap. He's 6'5", 225, pushing, plowing, and in. 5-yard score for the lead in the third quarter for Tualatin. But the kids from the Ridge are winners too after a long kick return. Gabe Motzenbacher locates, locks in Luke Womack, 12-yard score. It's 24-24. Late fourth, that Sun Devil went forks up again. Fortier out of his way, 1 yard and in with 5 minutes to go. That's the game-winning score, 31-24, as Tualatin completes a 17-point comeback. The T-Wolves have just one more home game in between, going now to the Lynn, OC, and Tigard. Pacers get back home with Tigard and OC now in back-to-back weeks. What a league. The first of many great in the TRO continue the Tigard here. Number 9, Oregon City, had allowed just 12 points in 4 games. Pioneers hadn't beaten the Tigers, who were ranked 6th in more than 5 years. This one opened up, though, with the Tiger defense on the prowl, and these eyes are going to realize it's Sim City. Nico Simonetti, right place, right time, deflected ball interception for the Black Shirts. And that put THS prime real estate, 3rd and long. Jake Feist, the quarterback, the senior, slinking all the way around and through to nearly the end zone, but the ball is going to come out. Thankfully, though, Simonetti joining on the spot again. This time the recovery in the end zone for the game-opening score for the senior. Picking up his quarterback and being at leader on the sidelines. Hey, man, I got you. You're cool. Come on, bro. You're good. Meantime, Oregon City, tough time moving the ball in that first half. Brian Smith, what a game. A dart out of the backfield for the sack for loss. And we love kickers on the show, too. Sam Graff, a boot up and through. True for 3 more. It's 10-0 Tigard. Second quarter now, Pioneers pinned deep before half. Got to get something rolling, but Trevin Laird shuts it down in the middle of the field. Their second takeaway and near another touchdown. Under 2 minutes left before the break. The coach's kid, the quarterback. Feast, gonna feast here. Gets in a second chance. Big hit, takes it in. 17-0, but then OC outscores them 28-7 in the second half. You're kidding me. 28-24. Favor the Pios. They remain undefeated. Pioneer Memorial Stadium, the place to be Thursday. Pios, Lakers, Tigers will be in Lake Ridge. Wow. We turn live now to Fox 12's Craig Bernback, who has our coverage, our big game coverage from Franklin High for a 3rd week already of games in the Portland Interscholastic League. And Craig, Lincoln and Franklin both believe they have what it takes to be crowned city champs.
Yeah, Nick, tonight's Lincoln-Franklin game definitely had some PIL ramifications, but we also had bragging rights on the line as Franklin head coach Adam Grimes just happens to be a Lincoln High School graduate. And while coaches and players might say that doesn't really matter, we know it kind of matters. The Lightning might have been the home team, but it was Lincoln who drummed out to the early lead as Emmett Todney takes the handoff, and he's going to get gone. He takes that to the house, and it's 6-0 Cardinals early. But Franklin can flat out throw the football. Here's Will Reed with the laser to Ethan Amon. 7-6, home team. The Lightning strike next on the ground as Josiah Heitzman skips on in from 9 yards out, and it's 14-6, Franklin at the half. Second half, back to the air for Franklin, and Reed's going back to Amon again. This one's a bomb. And now it's 21-6, Lightning. But just when you think it might be over, the Cardinals show some life. On fourth down, Liam Eldridge is going to put one up, and Porter Bennett is going to bring it down. And suddenly, Lincoln down just 3, 21-18. But Franklin would not be denied on this night as Reed finds Amon again. That's the third time. This one's from 19 yards out. And Franklin, they're a PIL favorite. They win it 35-25. You know where your coach went to high school, right?
Lincoln High School. And he's coached there too.
What did that mean for you guys?
I don't think it meant anything too different. I think it's just we need to focus on ourselves, do what we focus on ourselves, like do what we need to do. We knew this was a big game for PIL implications. We knew we had to get this done. It doesn't mean to me that much more that it's Lincoln. It just means that we got the dub, and that's all that matters.
And Nick, while we concentrated on the offense in those highlights, you got to give the Lightning's defense credit as they stepped up and got the stops their team needed to help lead them to this victory. Live from Franklin High School, Craig Burnback, Friday Night Lights.
Good stuff there from Craig, as always. Rivalry night in the capital city. Unbeaten South Salem in the comfy confines of the Saxons' home with West Salem. 6A Special District 1 matchup. A third week of league play for them already. Titans trying to turn things around this season. That's Zach Diaz moves the sticks for the home team. Road team, they were up 21-14, but then bad stuff happened for them. Good things with the Saxons. Jacob Nemechek, a pick six by Gino. He's got it. That would tie the game at 21-all. Then the light really switched for SSHN. But Paul Mateer, one of the best arms and leaders in the state. Ramel Luster catching first, and Noah Shayer caps the drive for a touchdown for the lead and eventually the win. 48-21. South gets back to playing on Friday next week with McNary. West will draw Sprague at home. How about the Celtics of McNary and North Salem? Mixing up on this night, homecoming for the Vikings. They arrived to pillage in the rushing attack. Pierce Walker, always so clean in his play. First down. Same can be said for Jamal Wilson, the Island Boy Camp kid, saying aloha to the first of 6 touchdowns on the night. And McNary now on offense. Roman Burris, sometimes you punt, sometimes you don't. That's a fake. And that's the first down for the Celtics. Same drive from McNary on fourth down. Gage Shemetta to Burris for the first down. They want to get something in big time. Still same possession. McNary fourth down again, but this time North Salem with the denial. They turn right back around and feed that pig to Mr. Wilson. What a player, what a talent. 48-20. Yeah, 6 TDs for Wilson. The Vikes next make the trek. The long one to Grant's pass. McNary home on Friday. Fox 12's Jeff Lindblom live in Clackamas as the new neighborly rivalry continues to grow with some of their former teammates and classmates in Clackamas and then Nelson High from Happy Valley. Jeff, how was the night?
Nick, it was a great night. Very exciting matchup. You're right. We are down here in Clackamas where the Clackamas Cavaliers faced off against the Nelson Hawks. A very exciting rivalry matchup, as you just mentioned. Now, for the game itself, lots of flags were thrown, as well as some injuries resulted in the game being slightly delayed, but still a very exciting matchup altogether. Next door neighborly rivals, the Birds will start by kicking to the Swords, and Brower will start the Foot Soldiers off strong, connecting with Doyle for a gain of a few and then some, but not enough, and then it's a bit of back and forth. Sometime a sack turns into a punt and would have the Cavs downfield with more than 90 to go, but a fumble from Baker to Bichetti will make the Hawks birds of prey, 6-zip through the first quarter. The second quarter's on, and the Foot Soldiers would try and take advantage of a messy situation where number 29's the hero. But celebrating swords are all for naught, as it would only end with their own field goal attempt being spoiled. Nowhere for Baker to go, but to the ground. The Hawks would take advantage. dAlene and Kiamani do a flyby, and he's soaring and spinning his way into the end zone. 13-zip. The first half wouldn't be all bad for sword play, as Doyle finds a hole and looks around. Turns out birds must all be in the sky as he hustles his way into putting up their first. 13-7 to end the half. The second half would start off strong for the Hawks as dAlene throws this one to the skies to be escorted by his birdie brethren to Lewis, whose fancy feet will get them close, and Kiamani would follow it up for just another 6. And check that out, that's a pick 6, and much of the rest of the second half would prove swords aren't necessarily the weapon of choice to defeat a Hawk, as it's touchdown after touchdown. The Hawks will seal the deal and bring down the Cavs in this rivalry matchup. 33-13 favors the Hawks. Final score. In Clackamas, Nick, thank you for having me. Jeff Lindblom, Friday Night Lights.
Big-time win for the Hawks. Thriller of the night in Vancouver, McKenzie Stadium. 3A Greater St. Helens League lid lifter, Mountain View and Evergreen. The Thunder won this rivalry last fall with a late defensive stand, 20-14. This ain't last year. Late second, 22-15 MDHS. It's Porter Drake. The Drake finds a gap, gets in. Thunder up 29-15. They'd also had a field goal before half. Third quarter, it's 32-15. Evergreen on the 5, facing fourth down. Jaden Cross. Boy, Grace keeps it, but they deny. Turnover on downs. Fourth quarter, Thunder now. Porter Drake again. Move those legs, get to the right, and nearly get in. Taken down after a 68-yard gain to the 9. And blue and green means go in the red zone. Cash Cook. Little Friday payday. QBTD. 6 minutes ago now. Plainsman trying to get it their 6'5 wide out, and they do. The high ball pinpointed by Arthur Band. 32-yard connection to the 11. From there, the Magic Man, Jaden. Crazy slick stuff here, but the final would be in favor of Mountain View, 39-27. Gotta get my readers on. That's the 50th time they played in the rivalry. Thor's Hammer ready to go. MV will next see Prairie. Plainsman go to Camas on homecoming. We'll be at all those spots, of course. 2A GSHL Kiggins Bowl homecoming for Hudson's Bay as the unbeaten Eagles soar into their best start in 20 years. Mark Morris on the other side. Monarchs won this game by 37 points last fall, but again, new year, new time. Hot start yet again, run the reverse. William Clark, you fake everybody, even mine top guy, Paul Strunk, and you're going, oh, I didn't get the touchdown very good. I mean, you got to show it. He scored beside him. That's how he did, right? 52 yards and in. Now Mark Morris back to punt. Raphael Ballman, a showman, one of the Super Ballman brothers, legit. Return of 47 to the 20 in front of Paul. Same possession, back to that run game. It's Akil Ballman running to the near side and goes in. 12-yard score. It's a 14-0 lead for Bay. AB, then another TD and a highlight reeler here. Rams it right on through those would-be tacklers. A 22-yard pickup to the 29. And then Malachi Hodges, another run towards the left and get north and south, kid. Back to the nest, another win. 20-yard score, 28-14. They're 5-0. The fun factory continues for them next Friday with the Monarchs and then Ridgefield, while the Eagles remain in the bowl with Washougal. How about the daylights from McKenzie? Second to last non-league game for Union with Coeur d'Alene. The Titans won this matchup by 20 points a year ago in Idaho. Again, new year, new result. Times change. Vikings on the road. Caden Simons, Colby Coey, catch on the far side. Hash marks up and Mad Dash in. 38 yards. CDA up 14. Union kind of trying to chip away. Blake McDonald, the sophomore quarterback, thrown into the fire here with injuries. That's Jordan Warren. Receives and does the rest. He'd be brought down after a 63-yard gain. That drive would stall out. But the Titans with another strong look in the second. Down 20-0. McDonald drops back over the middle. David Nolasco Molina. 26-yard game, but again, it would stall out of the drive. Vikes win the border clash 40-20. Union enters the 4A GSHL gauntlet with Battleground in 2 weeks. Those are the games. The extracurriculars are on the way, spreading the love of tennis with the community. We're smashing barriers in the high school spotlight. Plus more from our 2 live crews, Craig at Franklin, Jeff in Clackamas, where community is helping heal the Cavaliers. Week 5, FNL back on Fox 12.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.